Nobody ever talks about what's really happening inside Aldi. We all see the quirky ads, the random middle aisle, and the lightning-fast checkout cashiers. But beneath the surface of this seemingly simple German grocer, a silent retail revolution is taking place. One that's allowing Aldi to quietly take over while other supermarket giants are struggling, or even closing their doors for good. Have you ever wondered how they do it? How can they sell things so cheaply and still expand at such a breakneck pace? The answer isn't just, they sell cheap stuff. It's a masterclass in business strategy, psychological pricing, and a ruthless dedication to efficiency that most of us never even notice. Today, we are pulling back the curtain to reveal the hidden strategies that make Aldi one of the most powerful and underestimated forces in the global economy. This isn't just about saving money on groceries. This is about understanding the future of retail. So, what's the big mystery? All around us, we see headlines about legacy supermarkets facing immense pressure. Rising food costs, supply chain nightmares, and changing consumer habits are creating a perfect storm. Yet, Aldi seems not just to be surviving, but thriving. They're opening hundreds of new stores, attracting millions of new customers, and posting record profits. It feels like they're playing a completely different game, and in many ways, they are. The secret isn't one single thing. It's a web of interconnected strategies, all designed for one purpose: to eliminate every single unnecessary cost. While other stores are spending millions on fancy displays, endless product choices, and armies of staff, Aldi has stripped the shopping experience down to its bare, most efficient essentials. And in doing so, they've created a business model that is almost perfectly suited for our current economic climate. They understood, long before anyone else, that in a world of uncertainty, price is king. Let's start with the most obvious but misunderstood part of their strategy: the products themselves. Walk into a typical supermarket and you're bombarded with choice. 10 brands of ketchup, 20 types of cereal. This is called decision fatigue, and it costs stores a fortune to manage all that inventory. Aldi's approach is the complete opposite. Over 90% of what you see on their shelves are private label brands. Think Millville cereals or Clancia's snacks. This isn't just about making cheap knockoffs. By controlling their own brands, Aldi controls the entire supply chain from production to pricing. They aren't paying a brand tax to giants like Kraft or General Mills. They work directly with manufacturers to create products that meet a certain quality standard at a specific price point. This gives them immense bargaining power and eliminates the massive marketing and distribution costs baked into the price of well-known national brands. You're not paying for a Super Bowl commercial when you buy Aldi's version of your favorite snack. You're just paying for the snack. This philosophy of radical cost-cutting extends to every corner of the store. Ever noticed how products are often displayed in the same cardboard boxes they were shipped in? That's not laziness, it's genius. It means employees don't waste time unboxing and stacking individual items on shelves. This saves countless labor hours across thousands of stores, and those savings are passed directly to you. The same logic applies to the shopping carts. That 25-cent deposit isn't there to make Aldi rich. It's a simple, brilliant system that ensures customers return their own carts. This eliminates the need to pay an employee to wander around the parking lot collecting them all day. It's a tiny detail, but when you multiply that saved salary by over 2,000 stores in the US alone, the numbers become staggering. They've turned a common customer inconvenience into a self-sustaining, cost-saving mechanism. It is a perfect example of Aldi's core principle: make the customer a small part of the operational process and reward them with lower prices. Then there's the store layout and staffing. Aldi stores are small, typically around 12,000 square feet, which is a fraction of the size of a standard superstore. Smaller stores mean lower rent, lower utility bills, and less ground for a smaller staff to cover. You'll never see a huge team of employees at Aldi. Each store runs on a skeleton crew, and every employee is trained to do everything: stock shelves, run the register, clean the floors. This multitasking approach maximizes labor efficiency. And let's talk about that famous checkout speed. The cashiers are fast because the system is designed for speed. Products have multiple extra-large barcodes, so they can be scanned from any angle without fumbling. There's no bagging area to slow things down. You bag your own groceries in a separate space. This keeps the line moving and allows one cashier to do the work of 2 or 3 at a traditional store. Every second saved at the checkout is money saved for the company and ultimately for the consumer. The impact of this relentless efficiency is profound, both for our wallets and for the wider economy. For the consumer, the benefit is obvious: significantly lower grocery bills. In an era of high inflation, Aldi has become a lifeline for millions of families trying to stretch their budgets. It's not just about frugal shopping anymore, it's become a form of survival economics. People are learning to look past the fancy packaging and brand names and focus purely on value. This shift in consumer behavior is sending shockwaves through the entire grocery industry. Traditional supermarkets are being forced to react. They're introducing their own budget-friendly private labels and looking for ways to cut their own operational costs, essentially trying to become more like Aldi. In a way, Aldi is single-handedly forcing the entire market to become more competitive and price-conscious, which is ultimately a win for all shoppers, even those who never set foot in an Aldi store. But it goes deeper than that. Aldi's success is a powerful lesson in business. It proves that you don't need a massive marketing budget or a sprawling, complex operation to win. You need a clear mission and the discipline to stick to it. Their model is built for resilience. When economic times are good, people shop there for the value. When times are tough, people shop there out of necessity. It's an incredibly stable and crisis-proof business model. They are a case study in what's known as silent success. They don't make a lot of noise. They don't get into flashy price wars or launch celebrity-endorsed campaigns. They just quietly and consistently execute their strategy day in and day out, store by store. They are growing their empire not through aggressive advertising, but through word of mouth, fueled by a simple, powerful message. We will save you money. So, as we look at the retail landscape, we see a story of two different approaches. On one side, you have the giants of the past, built on variety, brand loyalty, and an elaborate shopping experience. On the other, you have Aldi, the lean, efficient challenger that has stripped everything back to the essentials of price and quality. For decades, the giants laughed. They saw Aldi as a low-end discounter for only the most budget-conscious. They failed to see the power and elegance of its model. They underestimated the growing number of consumers who were tired of paying for frills they didn't need. Now they're paying the price for that oversight. The game has changed. The frugal shopper is no longer a niche market, they are the mainstream. And Aldi was waiting for them all along. In the end, the story of Aldi is about more than just cheap groceries. It's a story about focus, discipline, and understanding what customers truly value when times get tough. It's a reminder that in business, sometimes the quietest player in the room is the one making the biggest moves. They've built an empire by focusing on what other companies see as boring details. Logistics, efficiency, and supply chain management. They don't sell an experience, they sell a solution to a problem. The problem of expensive food. And in today's world, that solution is more valuable than ever. While other supermarkets are busy shouting about their weekly deals and loyalty programs, Aldi wins in silence. One quarter for a shopping cart at a time. Thanks for watching. If you found this look behind the curtain of Aldi interesting, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the businesses that are quietly shaping our world. We'd love to hear your own Aldi shopping secrets in the comments below. See you in the next video.